Cottage, a Cloud Hill. Chapter 1. Arrival, a Cloud Hill. The fog rolled in like a soft woolen blanket, wrapping the hilltop in silence. Elena stood at the edge of the gravel path, her boots crunching lightly beneath her. Before her stood the cottage, stone walls worn by time, a thatched roof dripping with rain, and ivy coiled like sleepy fingers around the windows. It looked exactly like the photograph she had found in her mother's journal. She took a slow breath. The air here smelt of lavender and damp moss, of old secrets and something softer, something like memory. She stepped inside. The door gave a gentle creaking, not in warning, but as if saying, "Welcome back." Inside, everything was still. Wooden beams lined the ceiling, and golden dust danced lazily in the glow of the fireplace already lit. The air was warm. A tea kettle hissed faintly on the stove as if someone had just left. But Elena knew no one had been here in years. She set her bag down slowly, brushing her hand across the embroidered armrest of the old chair. It was the same one from her childhood dreams, the ones she never understood until now. As night began to fall, clouds gathered like drowsy sheep around the hilltop. Rain tapped gently on the windows. Elena poured herself a cup of tea and settled by the fire. That's when she saw it, a small envelope resting on the mantel with her name written in the exact script of her grandmother who had passed a decade ago. Her fingers trembled slightly as she opened it. Dearest Elena, if you're reading this, it means you found your way home. Cloud Hill Cottage holds more than stories. It holds the truth of who you are. Listen closely and it will speak to you, beloved grandmother. Elena stared into the flickering firelight, heart full of warmth, wonder, and something she hadn't felt in years, belonging. Outside, the wind sighed against the walls like an old friend settling in for the night. She closed her eyes and whispered, "I think I'll stay a while." Chapter 2. The clock that ticked backward. The next morning arrived gently. Sunlight filtered through the lace curtains, casting golden patterns on the wooden floor. Elena stared in the quilt-covered bed, the scent of chamomile still lingering in the pillow. Outside, the mist was lifting, revealing a patchwork of rolling hills and wildflower meadows. She padded downstairs in her socks. The kettle had cooled, but a note had been added to the mantel. This one read, "Wind the clock." She glanced around. In the far corner, nestled between two overflowing bookshelves, stood an old grandfather clock she hadn't noticed the night before. His face was still, the hands frozen at 3:15. Curious, she opened the glass panel and gently turned the key hanging beside it. Click, click, click. The clock ticked once, then again, but something felt strange. Instead of moving forward, the hands began to drift backwards, slowly, purposefully, as if time itself were turning its head to look behind. Elena blinked, her heart quickening. The room began to shimmer slightly, the air thick with hush. The fire relit itself. A breeze whispered through the open window, carrying the scent of roses that hadn't bloomed in years. And then she saw her, a younger version of her grandmother, standing in the gentle through the glass, laughing and clipping herbs, dressed in the same blue apron Helena had found folded in the drawer. She stepped toward the windows, heart pounding, and just as quickly the vision faded. The garden was empty again, only birds' song remained. The clock stopped ticking, and on the floor beneath it, another note. Cloud Hill still remembers, so must you.